Welcome back, wise ones. Welcome back, my subscribers. Welcome back to Shadow Work Series, Part 3, Path of Shadows. Within you lies a gold mine of truth collective ready to be discovered and integrated. With an open mind and a courageous heart, it is time to enter the mystery of the shadow, to uncover the wisdom waiting to be revealed. Welcome back, all of my subscribers. Welcome in any new subscribers. Welcome to the Soul Tribe. Let's figure out what's happening amongst the shadow and the collective at this time. This could be your energy or anybody around you at this time, collective. So flip it where it goes, because you guys know how we do this already. The Banshee. Somebody is in internal conflict with self. You or them, collective. All I could hear was a warning scream. Ignoring the signs won't make me free. This is somebody who is not able to ignore their subconscious. They are living in two worlds in this werewolf energy. Only the moon knows what it takes to hide the turmoil. Two sides of the same tormented soul. Yes, this is somebody who is being tormented by thoughts of you, things that they've done in the past towards you, hurt that they've caused to others, including you. And the moon here, which is Cancer energy, this is somebody who keeps hidden what they're feeling deep down. They are tormented on both sides of their mind. This person could also deal with mental instability, mental issues, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of energy. But right now, they are tormented on both sides of their minds because they didn't find the wisdom in the situation. They didn't use the knowledge that they had. They were receiving signs and synchronicities to go the other way, to stop choosing to be this ghoul energy. In the shadows I dwell, feeding on what I can, not remembering when was the last time that I tasted well. Somebody who continuously took from others, broke other people's heart, physically harmed others, mentally harmed others, now lives in a tormented mind, yes, of ghosts past, people, places, and situations that do not allow them to forget the choice that they made. In the realm of shadows where memories are host, the echoes of what is gone still haunts me the most. Yes, this person is haunted by their choices, by their memories of their wrong towards others. Spirit is not allowing them to forget. Yes, they've lost their divinity because of their choices. They are now this fallen angel energy. Was it even real? The paradise I fell from? Or are they just a nightmare? The realms I now roam. This person didn't believe in goodness. They felt like the good side of life, the good in people, was the illusion. It was the illusion. The paradise they fell from was the illusion. But now that they are in the darkness, now that they have fallen, now they are trying to understand, are they just in a nightmare? Is there a way back to the paradise that they looked at as an illusion, but now wish they could be a part of again? No, because they were tempted, because they fell into temptation, because they were led astray. They don't have a way back. This person has been overtaken by another entity, a demon, the temptation of living, the fear of regret, dancing among the ashes from the flames of hell. This is how they feel every day. They feel like their life is a living hell, chaos, destruction, drama, deception, lies. But that is because the paradise, the peace that they had was boring. They felt like that was the illusion. They didn't believe in good. Yeah, they didn't follow their guidance. There was a light given to this person constantly, illumination, hope, flickers of hope, guidance constantly telling them to go the other way. They ignored it. Yes, they ignored the signs from the universe. The starry observations, a little piece of the cosmic puzzle. The universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. The universe was revealing itself to this person because this was an angel. This was somebody with gifts meant to thrive, be abundant, but the temptations they fell for made them choose the dark. They are now in a mystic swamp, deep, dark waters. Their emotions are very deeply negative at this time because of the entity attached to them, because they fell for temptation, because of the memories of all the heartbreaks, all the times they took from people who didn't deserve it, who they harmed. The memories live within this swamp. It is now their reflection that they can't see, and they can't find themselves if they don't go deep, if they don't choose to take a deep dive into this shadow, this mystic swamp. They will not find their way back to the light. This is something they fear. Imposter syndrome, yes. In a room full of equals, I stand in doubt, a stranger in my own triumphs, shadows cast about. Like I said, their shadow is what is dominant in their mind at this time. The screams of the past heartbreaks, the past people they hurt, the bad decisions they made, how they ignored the guidance from the Most High, from their spirit team, from their ancestors. They ignored it. So now they are overthinking everything, going back, thinking, looking at past messages written, the harsh words, the rash behaviors, the broken promises, the lies, the deception, the backstabbing. Each thought a labyrinth, a maze of confusion, endless, obscure. There is no peace amidst this self imposed torture. So, although on the outside they dress the part, on the inside they are screaming. They know they have fallen. They know that their life is not their own, and they are overthinking what's next. What's next? Fearing death. Their intuition is telling them something powerful is happening. They fear this change, but they must go through a death and transformation in order to get back to the light. They must allow this old version of themselves to die away. This person was great at being a shapeshifter, a clever fox they were, in the words that they spoke and how they presented themselves to others. But they cannot hide and shapeshift from self. and people are starting to truly see them for who they are. Someone lost right now looking for home, a nymph in this mundane world. Now I roam inside this concrete jungle. Where is my home? This person is lost. They are now wanting the guidance that they once ignored, that the universe tried to warn them of. And now they fear the change that is coming, that is inevitable. As magic unfolds, a risk is high, will rise, wishes will be granted, but beware the design. This person used magic to try to get what they wanted from other people. And now there is a backfire. They're realizing it was not the outcome they wanted. They used the wrong sources, yes. Now the truth is out of the action that they took against others. The dagger of truth. They were determined to get what they wanted at any cost, but now the price they cannot pay, they are scared to pay with their soul, with their life. Wow. Confirmation. Eerie graveyard. As life transcends and we all fall into a silent embrace, the old attachments die, finding closure and grace. Because this person only saw the deception, only saw the bitterness of life, and a pumpkin patch could never find the sweet. Their choices to deceive, to take, to consume any and every one they came across now is being repaid with their own soul, their own life. Collective. This is a deep one. Somebody is definitely in regret, fearing what's next, but the damage has already been done. What are the threads of soul? What are those questions that we need to ask ourselves when it comes to making decisions in life to try to get us back on the right path? One more, please, Spirit. The tower, confirmation. Somebody's going through a tower moment right now. Are you isolating yourself or feeling trapped? What is keeping you in this high place, and how might you climb down? This was the question they needed to ask themselves, but now they are at the final gate. What is the last step before an important change is occurring? Confirmation. What must be released before you can move forward? Wow. The shadow figure. What part of yourself do you reject or fear? How might embracing this side of you lead to healing? The sleeping giant. What potential is awakening within you, and how can you nurture it? Some of them have a chance to learn, to grow from this, to come back out of this, rather than allowing this to be the end. But not all people will have a second chance because they just did too much. They overstepped so many boundaries. they took from so many others that there is no way back. So if you have a chance before you get to the final gate, what potential is awakening in you? Yes, confirmation. I couldn't even shuffle and this fell out. People are in grief. They are terrified about what's coming because of their choices. Wow. What else? Yep. Confirmation. Rage. The rage is covering up the grief. So people around you could be in a lot of confusion right now about the things that are happening in their life, but there's a lot of rage and grief happening because the rage is covering up their sorrow, covering up the fact and the realization that they've truly messed up and there is no way back. So while we understand grief, I will read on rage because rage is the energy. My rage is an expression of deeper pain. My outcry is a call for deeper listening. If we don't experience moments of anger, infuriation, or fiery rage, then are we paying attention to the passionate truth within us or the world around us? If there is something within us we are passionate about, something that makes us sad, something that makes us feel disappointed, and it doesn't get expressed fully or met or held or heard, then it can easily spark the inner flame and quickly grow into rage. Like a fire, rage can catch instantly, explode, and scorch everything around it. Rage and anger are experiences that can have countless other feelings hidden under the surface. The invitation is to notice what enrages us, what infuriates us, and where our needs are not being expressed or met. Our rage can be righteous, comprehensible, and fuel for change, or it can burn everything to the ground within sight in a violent fury, including the possibility for the change we desire. So, this person, they allowed their emotions, their rage, their anger to fuel their actions towards others over and over and over again because they desired a feeling of winning, a feeling of conquering. They overstepped their boundaries multiple times. So they've burned everything to the ground. This is why they're experiencing this tower moment and the end, the final gate. Their destination has already been set. Notice if you allow things to bottle up until they explode, or if you feel rage bellowing internally but don't fully express it. Consider allowing yourself to feel the fullness of pain, anger, outrage, and express it in ways that feel skillful towards enacting change. Check yourself if you experience an excess of rage, rageful, fiery, or blame filled outbursts. How do you express your deepest hurts when they arise? Do you use passionate inner flame as fuel for change? How can you acknowledge your own rage and expressions? The wisdom of this shadow is to not allow the suppressed emotions to cause you to act out in ways that you cannot come back from. Because sometimes a decision, that one decision, is the final blow. And at the end of the day, you are only hurting you. Confirmation. So while you may feel like you are conquering others, the only person that is going to pay the price is you, and sometimes with your life and your soul. Collective. That is what I have for Path of Shadows, Wisdom of the Shadow this week in our series part 3. Thank you for joining me. I pray the messages gave you some insight on maybe something you are dealing with personally or somebody around you that is going through. A deeper understanding of a direction, if there's an opportunity to change direction, if there is guidance, if there is a flicker of light left, to choose wisely before you get to the final stage. And there is no choice. Before the tower falls and there is no other option. If this resonated, I would love to know about it. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, collective. Bye, you guys.